The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, the theft of a wood-splitting machine at a Dunedin church brings a cold chill to local families. A former New Zealand Idol star secures victory in the Invercargill City Council by-election. And plenty to do in Naseby as the small town combines three of its popular attractions into one adventure park. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. A Dunedin church is being forced to chop up donated wood the traditional way after their log-splitting machine was stolen. The incident has halted the church's community firewood donation program, meaning that some local families in the area are having to bear the cold frost of the winter season.
A cold-hearted theft that's left these large logs on the ground at the Dunedin City Baptist Church grounds in Concord. Church caretaker Malcolm Cohen has been donating wood to the local community as a way of helping families keep warm during the winter season. However, Cohen was shocked and upset to discover the wood split machine had gone missing from the church grounds, a machine that would cost around $4,000 to replace.
I came up here, I think it was Thursday morning, I thought, oh, where's the log splitter? And the only remains were the wee linkages that had been cut that were locking it, securing it, and they'd been cut and it had been towed away.
The machine was bought through donations from the community to support the church program, which offers free wood through local schools.
Other people ring our church office and they've heard of a family that is struggling a bit and they've got a fire, so we take them some firewood.
The Dunedin Baptist Church is calling for the log splitter to be returned so they can continue providing free wood to needy residents over the rest of winter. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A man who mowed down a Dunedin father in his car over a drug debt last year has pleaded guilty to manslaughter after a murder charge was dropped. 36-year-old Lance Moore appeared in the High Court at Dunedin on Tuesday, more than a year after an incident at Unity Park that claimed the life of Sean Bewis. The victim was lured to the Eglinton Road Reserve over a $350 drug debt. When Moore heard of this, he borrowed a friend's red Ford Falcon with the intent of retrieving the money. The defendant ran Bewis over with the intention of knocking him down, but ended up dragging the man over 4 metres up the road in Mornington, causing major injuries that led to his death. Moore was remanded in custody following his guilty plea to the manslaughter charge. He's due to be sentenced in December. Radio host Steve Broad is confirmed as Invercargill's newest city councillor. A council seat became vacant after the resignation of Nigel Scout. 14 local residents had put their names forward for the chance to take on the job, including the partner of former Mayor Sir Tim Shadbolt.
Smiles all round for Invercargill's newest city councillor. Southland radio presenter Steve Broad was sworn into council on Tuesday afternoon by Invercargill Mayor Nobby Clark after being confirmed as the winner of the council by-election by more than 1,200 votes. Broad expressed his thanks to the city's residents, saying he felt privileged and honoured to have been trusted with each person's vote.
I am dedicated to this role. I will work hard for all the voices in the city, and thank you for the honour of serving this community.
Voting in the by-election for the vacant council seat closed on Friday, with the final results confirming Broad's win on Monday. Selected by almost 2,800 voters out of the crowded field of 14 candidates. Broad's family also attended the council meeting. Father Michael proud of his son's achievement and confident he'll do well in the new role.
You're never going to please everyone, but I think he'll listen and try and fight for the things he feels need fighting for and speak on behalf of the residents. Yeah.
And it was straight down to work for Invercargill's newest city councillor, getting to grips with his first official meeting as part of the Community Wellbeing Committee. In Invercargill, the South Today.
3 protesters charged with causing at least $10,000 worth of damage to an Otago University building last week could face a hefty punishment. Carl Nose, Joan Newt and Liam Scaife appeared in the Dunedin District Court this morning, charged with intentional damage of Otago University's Commerce building. The trio allegedly broke into and defaced the interior walls of a room last week and broke expensive fire doors, with repairs estimated at more than $10,000. The defendants were campaigning against staff cuts and what they claim is mismanagement of the university. Members of the Protect Otago Action Group were protesting outside court this morning. The intentional damage charge carries a maximum sentence of 7 years imprisonment. The trio were remanded without plea until later this month. A group of young Southland pupils have taken on a really big project in the playground and are encouraging local builders to get involved.
These 3 West Gore School pupils have more than just homework on their minds. They want to make their favourite sport a little more challenging. Scooter enthusiasts Kobe Swain, RJ Beale and Ashton Beale are on a mission to add some new obstacles to their school playground so they can learn some new tricks. The pupils say their skills have outgrown the existing small ramps in the courtyard and have decided to enlist the community's help to build some bigger and cooler obstacles. The boys want to see a 6-metre long box and a quarter pipe to practice their tricks on and have sent letters to builders in Gore asking for their help.
We plan to make like a really big scooter ramp that can challenge us, because we had little ones and they kind of got boring over time, because you just do the same things over and over again.
The Buildathon is due to be held next Friday at West Gore School. Members of the community can sponsor a builder's time and materials to help make the dreams of these young scooter riders come true. In Gore, the South Today.
The small Maniototo town of Naseby is welcoming a new addition to its lineup of attractions, offering a 3-in-1 operation all year round. The former Coronet Peak Cresta Run track was donated to the local trust, with the Alpine slide being rebuilt and given a new lease on life.
Sliding down the newly opened Gold Rush Luge at the official launch of the Maniototo Adventure Park. The Adventure Park combines the town of Naseby's ice rink, curling rink and ice luge, which have operated independently for over 30 years. Around 70 people gathered for the grand opening of the summer luge on Saturday, with guests getting the chance to try out the slide.
It's great. It's so good to see their happy faces. People riding the Gold Rush Luge with a big grin on their face.
The former Coronet Peak Cresta Run track was donated to the trust a few years ago. The Alpine slide being rebuilt with the help of the community, who supplied voluntary labour, with $85,000 being raised for the project. Naseby's ice luge is the only one of its kind in the southern region, but this new attraction will give visitors more options when over the summer season.
In the world, there is no other place that has an artificially refrigerated natural track.
It's hoped the addition of the Gold Rush Luge at the newly opened Maniototo Adventure Park will spark more attention in the small town, offering locals and visitors a year-round source of excitement and fun. In Naseby, the South Today.
FA Yakane still to come on the South Today. A former Wanaka cyclist claims her first World Championship title in Scotland, and Suka the Gibbon settles into his new life at Christchurch's Arana Park.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life, Tuesdays, 7:30.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
The sun may be lower in the sky, but that doesn't lower the risk from skin cancer. Melanoma doesn't care about the season and will continue growing regardless. Don't let shorter days shorten your days. Book a full body mole map now.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. New Zealand track cyclist Elise Andrews has claimed a maiden World Championship title after a hard-fought battle during the Keirin final in Glasgow.
Elise Andrews, who grew up in Wanaka, became the first New Zealander to win an individual sprint title at a World Champs. The 23-year-old powered her way to gold in the Keirin final at the Track Championship in Glasgow after taking the lead with 2 laps to go. The result needed a photo finish, with Andrews beating out 2-time world champion Martha Bayona Pineda by just 100th of a second.
Oh, Andrews holds on. That was fantastic. New Zealand world champion. She looked the most relaxed and she absolutely delivered it.
The win means Andrews is now a World and Commonwealth Games champion in Keirin, but there was little time for the Christchurch-born to dwell on her rainbow jersey success. She returned to the track the next morning, qualifying for the individual sprint, an event she's the reigning Commonwealth Games champion in. In Glasgow, the South today.
Christchurch's Arana Park has welcomed its newest addition with the arrival of a new male Siamang gibbon. Suka was transferred as part of an international breeding program which aims to increase the numbers of the endangered animals.
Arana Park's newest resident, exploring his new home. 9-year-old Siamang gibbon Suka has just completed quarantine and has quickly introduced himself to Arana Park's 10-year-old female Basuki this week.
Quite fun seeing him swinging around. He's having a good time out there. He's become very friendly with our young female, and you know, it's just good to see that they're getting along so quickly and so readily.
Suka has come to Christchurch from a Belgium zoo as part of an international breeding program.
So he's quite a young, playful guy. He likes his food as well. He likes to steal it off Bazooka, but she'll give him a bit of a telling off.
Hart says Siamang gibbon populations are rapidly decreasing, particularly around Asia, due to deforestation and illegal pet trading.
These guys are critically endangered in the wild, mostly due to deforestation and loss of habitat, mostly from palm oil production.
Siamang gibbons are famous for their singing.
Yeah, they have a sac in their throats similar to like that of a frog, and that is used for calling in the wild, so that sets what their boundary and their territory, so that gives a lot of, it lets others know where they are and that they're there, and also allows them to sing together and form that bond.
Visitors to Arana Park will be able to meet the new Belgian arrival from this weekend. In Christchurch, the South today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Dunedin City Baptist Church's wood splitter machine has been stolen, limiting firewood donations for local families. Radio host Steve Broad is Invercargill's newest city councillor, winning the by-election by a comfortable margin. And the Maniototo Adventure Park has officially opened to the public after welcoming the newly rebuilt Gold Rush luge track. And now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. We welcome Associate Editor Mike Houlihan. Hello, Mike.
Evening, Hannah.
What can we expect in the Wednesday paper?
Well, anyone who's been wandering through town today will have noticed there's been a great deal of exciting activity on the new hospital site. The first bit of structural steel above ground has gone into place on the outpatient building.
Something to finally see.
Yes, there's actually genuine progress that's discernible there. No doubt there'll be more to come very shortly.
Yes.
We've also got news on a much less interesting bit of construction, a new bus stop on the SH88 near St Leonard's, which has raised the concerns of the local residents who feel it's going to be unsafe.
Oh, because of where it is?
It sits right in the middle of the shared pathway, which and also right by the roadway, so we're not a little bit worried there if you happen to be sitting near it. We've also got an entertaining tale about some gentlemen who are trying to grow themselves some mullets as a fundraiser. Some of them, looking at them in the photograph, look quite follically challenged. A mullet may be a challenge to them, but we'll see how they go.
Funny.
And then Wednesday, our fresh section has got a whole selection of recipes by Annabelle Langbine.
Oh, I love it. All right. Thank you for sharing, Mike.
Thank you.
Time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, the next couple of weeks will be dominated by colder than usual southwesterly airflow. The first of several outbreaks of very cold air from the Southern Ocean is already across the southern South Island and will remain tomorrow. Heading to the top of the South Island, changing winds and late rain are heading for Nelson tomorrow with a high of 13. Greymouth is in for a squally showers and 11 degrees, while Christchurch gets a bit wet and windy too with a top temperature of 14 degrees. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, 14 with showers in Ashburton tomorrow, 13 with fresh southwesterlies and showers for Timaru, while Awamiru is particularly wintry with hail, strong winds and a high of 7. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, snow is on the way. Expect highs of 5 degrees through here tomorrow for Queenstown, Wanaka and Alexandra, with gusty southerlies ripping their way through too. Heading further south, snow showers with fresh southerlies bring low highs through here tomorrow with 4, the best we can do in both Gore and Balclutha. And on the coast, it's not much better with strong southwesterlies, wintry showers and a high of 5 degrees. And across to Invercargill, sleety showers with cold southwesterlies tonight and down to 3. The next 2 days will be cloudy with sleet turning to snow, along with gusty southwesterlies. Expect 5 tomorrow and 7 on Thursday. And finally, heading to Dunedin, cloudy with cold winds and 5 as the low tonight. Waking up tomorrow, it should be dry at first, but do expect that to change as the cold southwesterlies and snow showers come through with a high of 6. Same again Thursday with icy showers and gusty winds, another 6-degree high. And that's the news this Tuesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, and we're also on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists. Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a MoleMap. MoleMap is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. UPVC Windows and Doors is a local Dunedin company who manufacture, install and service everything they make. Sign up this month for a free glass upgrade. Call UPVC Windows and Doors today.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
Passion,
drama,
competition,
rivalry, marketing, numbers,
atmosphere,
power, fight,
attack,
intuition,
love,
hate, money,
cash,
millionaires,
fans,
and fans.
and fans.
Oh boy.